Out there again tonight. Well, despite the storm, Avon Lake schools were open and in session.
But as our Melissa Reed reports, the superintendent now says that was not the right decision. Melissa is live in Avon Lake with the story. Melissa.
Well, Tracy, the superintendent says he never would have kept the kids in school if he knew how bad it was going to get. Now, he started the process about 2 in the morning. He says he made a final decision at 6 a.m. But if he had made the decision about an hour and a half later, it would have been a different story.
Sometimes you don't know.
For Avon Lake Superintendent Bob Scott, hindsight is 2020.
Oh, without a doubt. Yesterday, if I knew it at 6 o'clock what I knew at 7:30, we wouldn't have been in school.
Avon Lake was one of the only schools in Lorain County open Wednesday, despite over half a foot of snow in some parts.
Looked like the snow was going to move out onto the lake, and unfortunately at about 7:15 it moved back on to land off the lake, and we got hit by a really heavy squall. And it got messy.
The district was able to bus all students into school without any major problems. Still, many parents were surprised their kids weren't kept home from school.
I was definitely surprised because my son goes to the high school. Everywhere else did, and you could look outside and see that it was horrendous, so why did you make him go?
In hindsight, we would not have had school yesterday.
Now, according to Superintendent Scott, he's fielded anywhere between 20 to 30 emails and phone calls from parents wondering why he did not call off school. On the flip side, though, he says he's also gotten phone calls from parents applauding his decision to continue class.
Normally, I think they make the right call, but yesterday, I think, was a mistake.
A mistake that Superintendent Scott says he will use when making future decisions about shutting down school. Scott says, lesson learned.
If we do make a mistake, we want to make it on the side of caution so the kids are safe all the time. And of course, I get to make that decision. And I take full responsibility one way or the other, whether it's a good call or a bad call. Don't like bad calls. And in the future, we'll keep working harder to make sure we don't have them.
Now, Avon Lake has used 4 calamity days this year, and they're not alone in this. In fact, nearby Rocky River School District also had school yesterday despite the winter storm. The superintendent, I'm told, sent a letter home to parents warning them and assuring them of their children's safety. Lou, Tracy?
Boy, it is a tough decision to make, and that morning the weather seemed like it was changing by the minute, so it just all depends on when they made their decision.